Today95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Good morning, sir.
My pikin, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, sir.
You dey go school?
Yes, sir.
Make sure say you read.
Madam, please, can I have one small juice and 2 biscuits there? Please be fast.
Okay, customer, pay no best. I dey come, make a bring them.
Let me talk.
No, you're late. You're late already.
Plantain, buy plantain.
See as this small girl dey cross this busy road anyhow.
Sweet plantain.
So your mama no know say you too young to dey hawk?
Now one for mama. Oh, I bet come on for it, make I cross road.
Made in China.
Oh, buy your plantain.
Leave the road.
The fact that you're not financially buoyant doesn't mean that you should abuse your child. Most times, these children don't have the capacity or knowledge to carry on the tasks. Education, they say, is an important aspect in a child's life. So do well not to take away that opportunity from them, as it will affect them later in the future. Remember that giving out your child for early marriage could also affect the child's life. So stop child trafficking. Avoid sending them out in the name of making money, because the children today are the leaders of tomorrow. Don't ruin their future with your ignorance. Say no today to child abuse. Say no today to child trafficking. Say no today to child marriage. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be.
Hold on, Kata. No, don't say else. Just bring 5,000 now.
Only.
Make
the kata day. Make the code remain.
Yeah, they worry.
You are not aware you're a thief. Now that you know that your money is coming from a thief, do you not see why you're a thief?
All right, still talking about affairs of the federal government. We understand also that the federal government...
Welcome to today's edition of Beats and Pieces in your premium talk and news radio.
And it's going to be 1-1 Morata. 1-0 is never good enough.
That's where we're called the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Act.
Here we go.
you let me go, where would I be? Lift it up now. If you let me, I don't wanna know. Where would I be? I don't wanna know. If you let me, I will never know. Where would I be? If you let me,
highest mountain. Looked all around, couldn't find nobody. Went down into the deepest valley. Looked all around down there, couldn't find nobody. I went across the deep blue sea. Couldn't find one to compare to your grace, your love, your mercy. Nobody greater than you. Searched all over, find nobody. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody greater, nobody greater, no, nobody greater than you. I searched all over, couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Nobody can heal like you can. Oh, most holy one, you are the great I am. Awesome in all your ways, and mighty is your hand. You are he who carried out redemption's plan. You are he who carried out redemption's plan. Searched all over, couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody great. Nobody greater, Jesus. Nobody greater than you. Searched all over. Searched all over. Couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody great. Nobody greater. Nobody greater than you. Come on, lift those hands for real in here. Come on. Nobody greater. Nobody greater, Jesus. Nobody greater than you. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. No. Nobody greater than you. Now lift those hands, singers, and let's just give him the glory. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Couldn't find nobody. Nobody greater. Nobody greater than you. Nobody greater than you. I dare you lift your hands and say that with us tonight. Come on. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Nobody greater than you. Nobody greater than you. Nobody like you, Jesus. Nobody greater than you. Nobody greater. Oh. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Nobody greater than you. Everyone in the building, just sing that tonight. That's what we came to say. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. No matter where you look or where you go. Nobody greater. Nobody greater. Nobody greater than you. Angels bow before you. Heaven and earth adore you.
There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain, break every chain. Break every chain. Woo! To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There is power. Come on. In the name of Jesus. Come on, you declare it. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power. There is power in the name of Jesus. We know where it is to break every chain, break every chain.
said to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up, yeah, to break every chain, break every chain, break every
My king, I want to thank you very much. We've been enjoying peace, health, wealth, living in harmony.
Yes. On point.
You know, I heard of your last harvest, yam harvest. What is it?
We are in a very serious situation.
My son is dying. The water is in. The water is bad.
Our water. We must do something about this now.
My king, you are very correct. We can't watch our children die. Look at this.
God, send somebody to help
I must see for myself.
Mighty God, hallowed be the name. Faithful God, you are worthy to receive all the praise. For you alone, you're the air that I breathe, the song that I sing. You're the lover of my soul. With you, there is no impossibility. With you, I can move the mountain. Whatever you say will surely come to pass. At the mention of your name, every knee must bow. Oh, unchangeable, reliable. Only you can do what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable. Only you can do what no man can do. Everybody say unchangeable, reliable. Only you can do what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable. Only you can do what no man can do. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. There is nothing impossible unto you. You give sight to the blind. No one can deny your greatness and your power. Make me just a wonder walking God. I can see you everywhere, touching everyone, removing every pain. Oh, there is nothing, absolutely nothing. There is nothing impossible unto you. Everybody unchangeable,
At the times when you are all alone and it feels like no one's there, when the odds are stacked against you and no one seems to care, you just might look inside yourself and gaze up to the sky and softly say a prayer of hope as you stop and close your eyes. things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Oh, my dear God, you guide my life. I'm on my knees, thy will, not mine. When it feels like you've lost everything, and daytime looks like night, when your back is up against the wall, and there's no clear hope inside, you'll always find an answer. There always is a prayer to the one who always loves you, to the one who's always there. Dear God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Oh, my dear God, light of my soul, show me the way. Please make me whole. My dear God, you guide my life. I'm on my knees, thy will, not mine. I'm on my knees, thy will, not mine. Thy will, not
All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yeah. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yeah. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yeah. All the glory belongs to you. To you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yeah. Oh, hallelujah. All the glory belongs to you. Ooh, yeah. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you, All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Y'all know it by now, come on, sing. All the glory belongs to you, to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yeah. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. Oh Lord, we bless your name and we give you glory. We lift you high in all the earth, because you're worthy of all of the praise today, yeah. And we say,
you are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the dead. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the dead. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are 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 great. Oh yeah. You are great. Say you are great. You are great. Say you are great. You are great. Everything, yeah. Everything written about you is great. You are great. You are great. You are great. You are great. Great you are, worship you today.
We worship you, Lord, King of kings and Lord of lords. Oh, so great you are, doing marvelous things. Everything written about you. Yeah.
I love you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. Oh, I thank you, Jesus. God, you are merciful. You are King of kings. I love you. Take all the glory, take all the honor. Mercy is your name.
Already
and Omega.
Hallelujah.
You are the beginning and the end. You are the bright and the morning star, Jesus. At the mention of your name, every knee shall bow. Oh, your name is Jesus. He's the ruler of the whole universe. Your name is Jesus. There is no name so sweet, sweet like Jesus. Oh, your name is Jesus.
Jesus, yes you are.
Hosanna, Hosanna, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna, hallelujah, hallelujah. Everybody sing, Hosanna, Hosanna, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I want us to join the host of heaven to sing, Hosanna, Hosanna. We sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna. We sing Hosanna, hallelujah.
Lift your voice to the Lord. Sing hallelujah. For the Lord is worthy. Sing it one more time, everybody. Hosanna. We worship you, Lord. Hosanna. We sing hallelujah. Hallelujah. All over this place. Sing Hosanna. Hosanna to you, Jesus. Hosanna and hallelujah. 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 Hosanna. 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 We sing hallelujah. 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 Hosanna. Hosanna. We worship you, Jesus. We bow. We sing hallelujah. Oh, sing it again. Hosanna. The Lord wants to hear your voice. Everybody just lift your voice to the Lord. Hallelujah. We bow down and worship Yahweh. We bow down and worship Yahweh. We bow down and worship. We bow down and worship Yahweh. We bow down and worship. And worship Yahweh. Sing it again, say, we bow down and worship. We bow down and worship Yahweh. Oh, we bow down and worship. And worship Yahweh. Oh, Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. You are that is who you are. Hey, that is who you are. We bow down and worship. We bow down. Everybody just sing along. I wanted to sing from your heart. unchangeable God, unchangeable, unchangeable God. You are unchangeable, unchangeable God. Unchangeable, unchangeable God. You are unchangeable God. Unchangeable, unchangeable God. You are unchangeable God. Unchangeable, 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 You are unchangeable God. Unchangeable God. Unchangeable. You are unchangeable God. Unchangeable. Unchangeable God. Unchangeable. Unchangeable God. Unchangeable God. Unchangeable. Unchangeable God. Reliable God. Reliable. Hey. Reliable God. We put our trust in you, Lord. Reliable. Hey. Reliable. 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 Papa. Reliable. You are reliable God. Reliable. 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 Hey. Reliable God. Reliable. Reliable. You are reliable God. Reliable. Unchangeable. Unchangeable. Unchangeable God. You are unchangeable God. Unchangeable. Unchangeable God. Unchangeable. You are Lord. Unchangeable. Unchangeable God.
Is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Hello and good morning. This is the World News on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am Annie Abdul Salam. In the headlines, CCT fixes Thursday, 18th of April, to deliver judgment on trial of suspended CJN Walter Onogan. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike promises to tackle court-related crimes in Rivers State. National Orientation Agency takes post-election sensitization to Ogoniland. And on the foreign scene, fire guts famous Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. And now the details. The Code of Conduct Tribunal will on Thursday, 18th of April, deliver judgment on the matter involving the suspended Chief Judge of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onogan. During the proceedings, the defense, in their final arguments, maintained that the prosecution failed to prove the 6 counts beyond reasonable doubt as required by law and urged the tribunal to dismiss the case. The defense counsel said the charges were incompetent and unconstitutional as they were based on the provisions of the Code of Conduct Tribunal and Baru Act, which were in conflict with the relevant provisions of the Constitution. But the prosecution said the defense team was only attempting to redefine what constituted proof beyond reasonable doubt was. Our correspondent reports that the CCT panel, led by Danladi Umar, fixed a date for judgment after the prosecution. Aliu Umar, a senior advocate of Nigeria, and the defense counsel Okon Ifot, also Asan, adopted their final addresses. Justice Onogan is facing charges of false and non-declaration of assets instituted by the federal government. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered an interim forfeiture of a property belonging to the former Minister of Petroleum, Desiani Alison Madueke. The property, which is located along Azikiwe Road, Old GRA, Port Harcourt, the River State capital, is to be temporarily forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. Justice Chuka Obiozo of the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos granted the order following a motion ex parte filed and argued by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Justice Obiozor further directed the EFCC to publish the order in any national daily in circulation in Nigeria, and particularly in circulation in Port Harcourt and Lagos, and all persons interested in the said property are further put on notice to show cause, while the final order of forfeiture of the affected property ought not to be made by the court. The matter was adjourned till May 9th, 2019. One Jude Ubeli Africa Uche has been remanded in prison custody on 5-count charges bordering on felony, conspiracy, and fraud. According to the charge sheet, Jude Ubeli Africa Uche and others still at large are accused of forging a signature of documents and sold the land belonging to one late Dr. Liba Duka Lebari, located at Rumekini community in Obiakpo area. Jude Ubeli Africa Uche, who pleaded not guilty to the charges, is also accused of faking a deed of conveyance of the same landed property and sold the said land to an ignorant client. Our correspondent reports that before counsel to the accused applied for bail, the police personnel from Choba Division was in court to testify how the defendant jumped bail with some documents before he was rearrested. Chief Magistrate Israel Agbeso, after listening to the charges and argument in court, adjourned till the 23rd of April 2019 for bail consideration. Similarly, one Kopina Prince has been arraigned before Choba Magistrate Court for allegedly defrauding one Austin of over 500,000 naira on the false pretense. The charge sheet read that Kopina is alleged to have collected over 500,000 naira from Austin, pretending that she was going to sell a grade 1 second-hand Sienna car to him, but never did. The accused, who pleaded not guilty to the 1-count charge, was granted bail by Chief Magistrate Israel Agbeso with 300,000 naira and a surety in like sum. The matter was adjourned to the 7th of May for hearing. River State Governor Nyesom Wike has declared that the state government will tackle cult-related killings in parts of the state. Governor Wike said this when the River State Council of Traditional Rulers paid him a visit at the government house in Port Harcourt. He said his administration would take the fight to the cultists, adding that he has met with the State Security Council and modalities were worked out on how to rid the state of cult-related killings. The governor urged the River State Council of Traditional Rulers to support the state government in the fight against cultism, saying that prompt information will be useful in tracking down the criminal elements. Earlier, the chairman of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers and Amayana Bovo Pobo, King Douglas Dandison Jaja, thanked Governor Wike for extending the olive branch of peace to his opponents and urged the opponents to accept the governor's offer. Hundreds of women from Yege community in Gokana local government area of River State have staged a protest against the alleged invasion of their community by Nigerian military. The women, who were clad in black attires, marched around the community with placards demanding for an end to the alleged military invasion of their community. The leaders of the protesters, who spoke to newsmen, said they now live in fear over the activities of the military.
I don't know. There people no get picking way get strong head. I come out the house, go from the council where one come out, I go enter house. I don't hear gun where then. Now gun where they pursue me. Now gun where they pursue my picking and we. I mean, I not get any place where go wrong go. I they beg Nigeria, say make them leave me stop that gun.
We been carry our picking keep for then day school. Before we go here, we hear say they don't they sue for village. And when you run come, sometimes you don't go see the picking go lost. Some of them till now we not see them. Now it make us to protest this morning. Say what thing they happen to you? And now we they call the Nigeria people and Rivers. They say maybe they come enter for this case, so we don't know the problem. Maybe they stop this cutting where they disturb us. They cutting maybe they stop them.
For you, work for not day for you. Every day, army people they come pursue us. Now the thing will make us to protest today. We don't report this thing entire, and nobody take action for this thing.
Other leaders of the community called on the federal government and state government to come to their aid and stop what they described as harassment by the military.
Yesterday we had Palm Sunday. It was difficult. If you go to most of the churches, you will not find good 10 to 15 members. And this thing is having adverse effect on the church. So we don't have any war. We don't have any problem in the community. We are not worrying with any community. And we see no reason why the armies will be coming to terrorize the whole community, including Chief Solomon Digbara.
Let River State government
and Nigeria to be aware that we are tired. We see no reasons why our son Solomon Digbara is not a cultist.
So this act of unwarranted military aggression on areas, on flashpoints where crises are not in here. There are lots of strangers in here who among Ogoni people. Politicians should avoid it so that we can continue to have.
In the Ogoni land where we are staying, if you pass through Ogoni, all community in Ogoni, they are fighting themselves because of cultism. They are killing themselves every day. But we wonder why the soldiers will not go to those places to arrest them. Because in Yere, we don't have problem.
It will interest you to know that Ogoni has been a theater of cold clashes leading to the killings of many in the area, especially Kana and Gokana local government areas. The National Orientation Agency has taken its post-election sensitization to Bori in Kana local government area of Rivers State. Our correspondent reports that over 100 stakeholders were in attendance, including traditional rulers, religious leaders, security agents, as well as officers of the Nigerian Legion. The Director General of the agency, Garba Abari, said the sensitization cuts across the entire states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, which, according to him, is aimed at ensuring peaceful coexistence among citizens. Bayelsa State Director of NOA, Ide Oduasekpa, who represented the Director General of the agency, stated that the NOA is pained by the violent incidents recorded in Rivers State.
The essence of the carbon of violence, post-election violence, is to ensure that we live together peacefully, peaceful coexistence. The program is all across the 37 states, 36 plus Federal Capital Territory, and then the 774 local government areas of the country will be transversed. The essence is to ensure that we live peacefully. I'm so worried that several lives were lost during the elections. Lives were lost. And one life you lose, you have lost a nation.
Speaking with our correspondent Alfredo Alerici, the River State NOA Director Young Ayo Tamuno, while urging youths to shun violence and embrace peace, said he's pleased with the turnout in Kana local government area despite the recent challenges in the area.
Very much concerned about security situation in the states, but gladly the state governments and the local governments, particularly Obiakpo, and from what we are also told during our enlightenment today in Bori, that the local government there is also on top of the situation. Our peace building program, we are going to Degema local government area.
The management and staff of Liverpool VIP Hotel and Unique Resorts Limited have congratulated Governor Nyesom Wike on his re-election as governor of Rivers State. In a statement, the chairman and chief executive officer of the hotel, Dr. Name Robinson, said Governor Wike's re-election is a testimony of his good works. The statement called on all Rivers people and lovers of the state to give the governor all the needed support to enable him deliver on the dividends of democracy, and also pleaded to the state governor to use his office to redefine the politics of the state. The management of the hotel also wished the governor a successful second term in office. As part of efforts geared towards providing the much-needed and educational development to the people of the Niger Delta region, the Niger Delta Development Commission has embarked on a monitoring and evaluation visit to partner universities in the United Kingdom. The management team of NDDC, which was led by the acting managing director of the commission, Professor Nelson Briambriafa, said the move is to ascertain the level of support derived from the universities and strengthen areas of weakness to ensure effective and productive partnership. Speaking to newsmen at the international wing of the Port Harcourt International Airport shortly on arrival to Nigeria, the acting executive director of finance and administration of the commission, Chris Oyerinda Amadi, said the move is to partner universities abroad to resolve some lingering issues with the management of the universities and deepen already existing mutually beneficial relationship, as well as create more areas of partnership for the good of the Niger Delta students.
Visit, what is called monitoring evaluation, was done at the highest level, where I personally went on fact-finding to ascertain the extent of support we are getting from these institutions and get the proper feedback from our students. So in course of this visit, we were able to resolve some outstanding issues, some issues that were lingering before we came on board. We also leveraged on the opportunity to create areas of partnership. So I'm happy to announce to our people that in addition to what we are currently doing with the universities, we got some new deals that will benefit students and people of our region.
As part of activities mapped out in raising women's voices in nation building, the Academic Association of Peace Works has encouraged women in the Niger Delta to continue to remain bold and be expressive in the midst of oppression. AA Peace Works, at a two-day event held in Port Harcourt, brought women from the 6 South-South states who deliberated on their experiences and how to raise women voices. Our correspondent reports that at the first day of the event, women from Okrika and Ogubolo local government areas of Rivers State, as well as the Odewere women from Bayelsa State, shared their experiences on how they protected their votes before and after the March 9th governorship election, which they said will have been hijacked by suspected uniformed men and politicians. In her address, Ambassador Nkoyo Toyo applauded AA Peace Works for creating space for women voices to be heard, stressing that women must deepen efforts to strengthen the outcome of their collective action, which, according to her, the real challenge must be the change of the narrative.
He just woke up and said that for me, it is children for me to be a chairperson and not a chairman. That is challenging the normative. You have to challenge the normative. You want to become a real challenger of what is going on in our region. You have to challenge the normative. Do you know why it's important to challenge the normative? The culture of the region is a culture of violence. And like yesterday I was listening, and my mother cannot do what they are supposed to do. We should pray, we should do this. Important as all of those things are. What the children see around them is violence, and they invite violence. Doesn't matter how high a mother tries or not.
Chairperson of the event, Her Royal Majesty Obi Martha Dunkwo Omu of Anyoma Kingdom of Delta State, and Senator Stella Omu, said the purpose of the meeting is to harness the potentials of women in nation building, with a charge to the media to give women more talking time on their platforms.
You are God. Only tell them I can do it. What is this? I can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. And you try to do it. Should prove the point that you can do it. Apply wisdom in everything you do. Wisdom is very important. Our Royal Highness told us yesterday on how to apply wisdom. We see certain times that this.
So the purpose of this meeting we had is to be able to harness the potentials of women for nation building, because no nation can grow in isolation of women. Anywhere in the world, if the nation is growing, it means women are growing. And so it is for me and you, and I want to appeal to the media particularly. This nation building we are talking about, an inclusion of women. Without the media, it will not work, because the role of the media is indispensable. So I feel that if the media is playing a greater role, women will advance and the nation will advance.
On their part, Chairman of the House Committee on Women in Rivers State House of Assembly, Victoria Nyeche, and Niger Delta rights activist Ankyo Briggs said the dialogue was helpful to women in the region.
I think it's very timely that as women of the Niger Delta, we are coming together to talk about how to raise our voices towards nation building. Women need to actually be heard, and we need to ensure that we speak up against violence, because violence affects.
Even in the Niger Delta, this is not new, that women played the role that the Ogubolo women played, and also the women in Abonima, because that was where, there was something that you could see a particular woman shouting and mentioning the names of the youths that were cutting away the ballot boxes. So the voice of women was definitely heard during this very violent election in 2019. And so the way forward for us really is to continue.
Correspondent Alfredo Alerici reported the event was organized as the 12th Niger Delta Dialogue in Raising Women Voices, with over 80 women from the Niger Delta states in attendance. It will interest you to know that the Niger Delta Dialogue started in June 2016 with funding from the European Union as a non-adversarial space for stakeholders of the region to discuss development, security, and governance issues and to prefer solutions. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM. After the break, more news on before the foreign scene. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's 21 minutes after 7. You're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. A popular traffic warder around Agudama Street within D-Line, Port Harcourt, Friday, Ofurum has cried out for help over his present challenges. Ofurum, a private traffic controller who was given an award last year by Governor Nyesom Wike with the promise of providing him accommodation and monthly stipends, says he has been sent out of his apartment by his landlord. Ofurum said he was yet to receive any of the promises of the governor, calling on members of the public to come to his aid and save him and his family from hardship.
He said he will give me money, and he will give me a house, and he will give me back, and he will tell other people there will want that day. So now, since I want to work, and anybody with the but they come to see me. I didn't give me anything. Making the put make it over and no.
The landowners of oil mining lease 53 oil field project in Omagwa Omerelu community in Ikwe local government area of River State have disassociated themselves from the alleged killing of one Chidi Igwe. Youth president of the landowners, Comrade Michael Stephen Otugbali, told newsmen that it was mischievous for one Chief Michael Didia Wisu to allegedly use security agents to harass and intimidate officials of the landowners or war holders and people of Omagwa or Merelu community over the unfortunate incident. Comrade Stephen Otuwali also advised the chief to look inwards and within his Omo Bengi family for the alleged killer of the said Chidi Igwe.
I hereby bring it to the notice of the general public that the police should not waste their time investigating the murder of Mr. Chidi Igwe, in the sense that the wife was present when he was murdered and can testify who carried out this action.
Also speaking, Promise Amadioha, who is the Omogwa Youth President, called on the state government and security agencies to call the chief to order before his actions sparks a communal crisis. And now to the foreign scene. A fire has broken out at the famous Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The cause is yet unclear, but officials say it could be linked to renovation work. Images on social media shows plumes of smoke billowing into the air above the 850-year-old Gothic building. Last year, the Catholic Church in France launched an urgent appeal for funds to save the cathedral, which is starting to crumble. Former chief executive of the car maker Volkswagen, Martin Winterkorn, has been charged in Germany over his involvement in the company's diesel emissions scandal. The public prosecutor in Brunswick charged Winterkorn and 4 other managers with fraud. Meanwhile, Volkswagen said it will not comment on the indictments. Winterkorn is already facing criminal charges in the United States, where he's unlikely to face trial as Germany does not extradite its citizens. The 71-year-old resigned soon after the scandal erupted in September 2015. And in sports, FIFA has issued a lifetime ban on the disgraced former boss of Brazilian football, Jose Maria Marian, after a United States court convicted him of massive corruption. The 86-year-old Marian was one of the key figures swept up in the graft scandal that began with a series of stunning arrests in 2015 and subsequently upended world football. He had already been sentenced to 4 years in a U.S. prison after a court in New York found him guilty in connection with nearly $6.6 million in bribes from sports marketing companies in exchange for contracts to broadcast major tournaments. And now to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. The CCT has fixed Thursday, 18th of April, to deliver judgment on the trial of suspended CJN Walter Onogan. River State Governor Nyesom Wike has promised to tackle cult-related crimes in River State. And we told you that the National Orientation Agency has taken its post-election sensitization to Ogoni land. And on the foreign scene, fire has gutted the famous Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. And that was the news, as edited by Chinedu Iwuna. For comments and inquiries, please call 08153418657 or 08144343502, or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Annie Abdusalam. Thank you for listening, and you have a good morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's